Hi, today we are going to learn to make something that you are going to be able to use during the Christmas season, the season when we celebrate the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ, the best time of the year. And today we're going to learn how to make a really fun reindeer, a simple reindeer that kids really enjoy and adults too. And this one here is a special reindeer because I added a balloon light to the nose here. Now we're not going to do that one in the video, but I'll explain how it works once we get there. But it just kind of makes it to where it looks more like Rudolph leading that sleigh for Santa Claus with that big old nose so bright. And I think it just makes it a little bit more fun for the kids. They don't stay blinking all that long, maybe 24 to 48 hours, depending on what brand you use, but it adds a little fun to it, and you can do that to add a little bit more to your balloon. But this is an easy balloon to make. It's not too hard, not too complicated of twists. Matter of fact, if you've been doing balloons a while, you can probably look at it and tell exactly what's done here. I can't say it's original. Honestly, don't know. I've been making it like this for a while, so I don't know where I got it from or if I even just came up with it from another design. I'm not taking credit for creating it. If you made it, good job. I love it. It's one of my favorite balloons to do at Christmas time. So let's get started. You're going to need a 260 balloon of whatever color for the body that you want. I'm using here, I believe it's a coffee color Sempertex balloon with a 4 to 5 inch, not inch, finger tail. I think this one's about 5 inch. You're not gonna have to worry about it as long as you got about 3 or 4 fingers of a tail to let the air expand. Now what you're going to do from the nozzle end is you're going to make a loop twist, which is just basically folding the balloon on itself about 3 fingers width. So right about here, after 3 fingers, you're going to just fold it like this, take the nozzle and just twist it onto the balloon about like 3 or 4 times. And take the nozzle and tuck it inside right through the hole here. That locks the loop twist into place. Now, what I like to do is kind of pull on it, squish it, get this a little bit more of a round shape for the muzzle area of the reindeer, I guess you'd call it. This part right here for his mouth. Nope, he's going to fall off. He's trying to go running off now. All right, so we've got that part of him made already. Now we're going to make the eyes, and the eyes is just like making any other, like a basic dog balloon. A matter of fact, most of this is going to be just like making the basic dog balloon, which I have a video of that you can click on the link and it'll take you and show you how to do that. And it's really simple. You just take about 3 to 4 inch finger bubble, not inches. I do woodworking, so I get the measurements confused with how I'm trying to explain it because of that. But take a 3 to 4 finger bubble, just twist it a few times. You're going to make a 2 finger bubble, 1 to 2 finger. It doesn't have to be exact. Bring it down. Take that 2 finger bubble, grab it, pull it, twist it just a few times, and you're going to make an ear twist or a pinch twist, whatever, however you call it. It's got different names for it. It's a pinch twist or an ear twist because it can be a teddy bear ear or any other kind of ear. But you're going to have that at the top of the head, which is this piece right here in between the antlers. That's where the antlers are going to be attached to. Now you're going to make another 4 finger bubble, and you kind of give it a little squish. You got that, push that air out. But a 4 finger bubble, let's do it this way so you can see. Bring it down and connect it to the other one and twist the 2 4 finger bubbles together like this. It's a little funny right now. So you're looking for this right here. Now on the back, we're going to do another pinch twist right here, about a 2-finger bubble. Grab it, pull it, twist it just a couple times, and then you want it to be in the back of the head right here to kind of stabilize the ears. This piece here isn't really necessary. I just feel that it helps to keep the neck straight here, instead of, if you didn't have it, sometimes the reindeer will look up and sometimes it doesn't. It's really personal preference. I would put it here just to give it a stable, more of a stable base. Now we're not going to give it a neck. We're just going to start with the legs of your reindeer, and it's going to be about a 5 to 6 finger bubble. So basically your hand width, and then you're just going to twist that and make another bubble the exact same size, so about a hand's width, maybe a little bit more. And you're going to twist them together a few times. Ooh. And we have a death in the family. Here we've got the mouth part, the muzzle of the reindeer, the eyes, the little pinch twist here to connect the antlers to, and we got the pinch twist in the back of the head to stabilize the head so it's not looking up to the sky, looking for Santa Claus when he's supposed to be taking and leading Santa Claus sleighs, and we don't know why he would be looking up to the stars. All right, so this part we're going to do the body of the reindeer, which is basically 4-finger bubble, just like this, and you're gonna keep it in place by holding it, and then you're gonna make 2 more legs the same size as up front, about a 5-inch or 5-finger bubble, and you're going to wind up with something like this. If you're lucky, you've got the little itty bitty small tail here, like I wound up with this time. When I made this one to begin with, the tail actually wound up being like up here. Reindeers don't have long tails. That would be a deer or something like that, or not a deer, a horse or something like that. So what I did is I just took, like it was way too long, all I did was twist off a piece, took and pushed the air up. I stuck my finger into the balloon like this, and I just ripped it off. Or you can use scissors, however you want. Just let the air out. Tied it off to make the tail. And what I did to make the tail, to hide that knot, is I just took the end and just wrapped it around and tucked it into the legs to give it a nice little look like that to the tail. And I just tucked it all down into the legs to hold it into place, to give it that nice finished look where you're not having a big old nozzle sticking out. But if you wound up like this, it's perfect because that's how you want it to wind up. If not, it's no big deal. Just fix it the other way. And the tail length, make it however you want. But as you can see here, this here is basically a dog body with the legs and the tail. The only difference between a basic dog and this one here, this body here, I've got a basic how to twist a basic balloon dog video that you can watch that takes you step by step on how to make a basic balloon dog that you can click on. It'll take you there. Click on that link. But this one would make an intermediate style dog is what I would call it. And you use basically this right here, this body, and you take and put ears right here. Instead of making antlers, you would just make two big old sausages at the same length and make the balloon dog's ears. Or the way I like to do it is make the ears like this on both sides and then just kind of fold it over to give it the floppy ear look to the dog. And it's one of my favorite dogs to make, but we're not talking about the dog, we're talking about a reindeer. This body is versatile, so you can use it for the reindeer, you can use it for the dog. I don't know, you can take a look at it and figure out different designs that you can use. So let's go to the antlers to get back to our reindeer. Now, you're going to take a white or whatever color you want the antlers to be. You can have a purple reindeer with pink antlers, or whatever color you want. It's up to you. Use your own imagination, or ask the kid what color they want. And you can come up with some funky designs for a reindeer when the kids choose, let me tell you. But most of the time they look great. So, you know, it's all about your artistic abilities, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. Your choice of whatever color you want to use. Anyway, back to the antlers. Now you're going to take about 3-finger bubble like this to make the end of the antler. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make another 3-finger loop twist, just like we did the muzzle of the reindeer, or the mouthpiece. I guess it's called a muzzle. Just like that. About 3 to 4, however big you want it. It doesn't matter. And you just want that right there. Basically, you've got a basic dog's head without the split ears. It's one loop. You've got a dog. But that's not what we're doing. So next, you're going to take and make another 2-finger bubble. And we're going to do another pinch twist, ear twist, whatever you want to call it. Grab it, pull it, twist it. As the guy from balloon-animals.com would say. I can't remember his name, but he's an amazing twister. And I highly recommend you going to his channel and checking out his videos. That's where I've learned a lot of my stuff throughout the years. And you should wind up with something that looks like this. Now, you decide how far you want the antlers to stick out. I generally do it about 4 fingers. So twist it right about here. Then I make another 4-finger bubble. And then I just let go of this one because I've softened it up here. So when I go to attach it back to the top of the reindeer, it's not going to bust because it's really soft right here now. And now all we're going to do is just this here. We're going to make the 2-inch or 2-finger pinch twist, ear twist, whatever you want to call it. Try to make it about the same, the loop twist, the same size as the one you did here. But if you want to make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. And they don't have to be perfect either. They don't have to be the exact measurement. If you go and notice, oh no, this is a little bit smaller. Oh, I got to take it all apart. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Deer antlers are all different, so it's perfect. So you're going to make the end part here. Try to make it about the same. You know, it doesn't. Again, I said, doesn't really matter. So you're going to have right here that you've got the antlers. Now you've got all this balloon left. What are we going to do? We're going to do the same thing as I mentioned before with the tail. We're going to make a little I'd call it a safety bubble in between them, and then either take scissors and cut right here, or you can just tear it off. Ready to go. We don't need it anymore. But tie it off. Get that knot nice and tight. Then grab your scissors and cut off the excess. I try to get it close to the nozzle. Get it close, but don't get it right on the nozzle, because if you do, it's going to unravel. You don't want that. But I like to cut the end pieces and the nozzle part, for that matter, off of the balloons, because it just makes it look more polished, more professional, in my opinion, when you're making balloons, to keep it to where it's not. See, this here is even too much for me. The knot is a little thicker than I like, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be anal about it. Now what you're going to do is go back to the center here and twist it in half, and it's going to get a little tight right here. So you don't want to twist too much. One or two twists, and then you're going to take and insert it from the front or the back, it doesn't matter, of the reindeer head, right above its eyes, just like this. Now you can leave it like that, and it's fine, it stays on. If you got a rowdy kid, it's not going anywhere. But I still like to give it one little twist around, just to be on the safe side. I don't think it would go anywhere, but my hair's all falling out. Sorry, I know that's disgusting, but the hair does not want to leave. I guess the reindeer needs the hair more than I do. I wouldn't exactly say that. Mine's falling out. Alright, so now we're pretty much done with the reindeer, except for one part, and that would be its itty bitty nose that goes right here. So we're going to take our scrap piece of whatever color you want for the nose. I'm using red for Rudolph, of course. Now, if you was going to insert the little balloon light, you can get them on Amazon, and if I can find the link, I'll post it into the description below, and then that way you can get your own lights. But the ones I use are kind of a cheaper brand, off-brand. People have been buying them for me, so I'm using them, and I'm going to keep using them until I run out. Then I'm going to try to see what the Neoloons are like, because a lot of twisters talk about how they use the Neoloons, and they seem to like them. But these here, they work fine for me. They last, like I said, 24 to 48 hours, which generally that's about as long as the kid's going to care anything about a balloon anyway. Paying less amount works for me. Now, all you need for the nose is just a little, maybe 2-finger bubble. And my reindeer's trying to run off here. A 2-finger bubble. And all you're going to do is take and tie the ends together and try to have it right fall right here in the middle of the back of the bubble, to try to line it up in the middle of the back of the bubble. And you can actually kind of play around with it with the air and get it to the middle if you need to, but I highly suggest tying this twice, because if not, it's going to come undone. So make sure you tie it in there twice, and then give it a nice little snip. Now you want to have a little bit of an end, whether it's from the nozzle part or the part you just snipped. You want to have a little bit left so that you can pull it in between the muzzle here, because all that holds this in place is the pressure of this loop here. So you're going to reach up through the bottom of the muzzle and grab this piece here and kind of push forward on the nose and pull here at the same time, and that's all I do for the noses, and I've not had any issues with the noses falling out or anything. So that they're just holding the pressure from this loop here holds that into place, and like I said, it's not going anywhere, and you've got your reindeer. Now all that's left is just adding the details, the artwork. Cecilia from Alpacaglobo balloons, or Cecilia Ladyballoons on YouTube, which, by the way, she's amazing to watch as well. I watch all her videos. She's a wonderful lady out in Colorado. One day maybe I'll get to meet her, who knows. But she calls it Sharpie time, and it's my least favorite time. But some people enjoy it. I do not. The reason being is because I have trouble getting the sizes the exact same. But I always try to get it the best I can. And I've never had the kids complain about it, so I guess that's all that matters. We take and draw just basic eyeballs. And I call them tombstone eyes because it basically looks like a tombstone with the shape that I tend to put on the balloon. And then I'm going to draw, we got the tombstone eyes and some eyebrows. Then I'm going to give it a nice little smile. This one, he looks like he's up to something. Put a little smile on it. And I always like to add freckles. I don't know what it is, but I like adding on 3 dots to the sides of my balloons just to give it a little character to the balloons. And that's, I recommend the Sharpies. You can do the, like this one here's a fine point, but they got other ones. They got the thicker, wide Sharpies, which is a whole lot easier to fill in wider, bigger spaces. Those work really well. They've got a chisel tip. Those are really good to use as well. But I highly, highly, highly recommend the Edding 750s. This white paint markers for any kind of white. I'd never tried these. I'd heard so much good about them, and I was asking another twister at an event what he used for the white, and he told me that he used Edding, and I had been looking at these for a while and was about to order some, and he pulled a new one out of his bag and gave it to me, and I got to use it, and I have fallen in love with these markers for balloons because they dry quickly. They look great on the balloons, which you'll see here in just a second. I mean, they really do a fantastic job. So I highly recommend these Edding 750s. They're a little pricey, but well worth it, especially if you're going to be doing balloons for the kids or balloons in general, and you draw the eyes and stuff. These are the ones to go with it. I may even order the whole paint set with the blacks and the red and blue and whatever they have because they work that well. But there we have our reindeer. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, it's a simple balloon. I mean, it's basically a dog body with a little fancier head on it, and then the antlers, and then you add the silly nose on there. And kids love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite balloons to do at Christmas time, and I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe to my videos. I'm going to try to put more out, but it's kind of hard to do working a full-time job and then doing shows as well. But I want to try and help people out getting started with ballooning and give them some nice little designs. This one here can be used for anything. Christmas parties, for line twisting, restaurants, whatever. It's not hard to make. It's really quick. I know the video's taken a good amount of time to do, but as you can tell, I'm really detailed in trying to explain exactly how to do each thing and the sizes and stuff like that. And most of the length just is me talking too much. But it's really a really quick balloon. You can do it in probably 2-3 minutes, if that. And it's a lot of fun. And if you add the light to the nose, like I did on this one, it makes it so much more festive and so much more fun. And you can make all the reindeers, give them different colored noses, give them different colored bodies, put eyelashes on some of them, make them girl reindeers. And I mean, you could always make a scene and having all the reindeers lined up, and just take an uninflated balloon and attach a piece to their sides and to the other ones, and you can make the whole Santa's sleigh and have the reindeers attached. Use a bigger balloon, of course. You can have them like that, like they're in the reins and stuff, and have it coming back to the next the reindeer until you get all the reindeers. And then, of course, you gotta have you gotta have Rudolph in front, right? I hope this helps. I hope this gives you ideas what another design you can use for Christmas, and keep watching because I'm going to be sending out more videos. Merry Christmas.